Absolutely delighted now to be joined by Jeffrey Steiger. Jeffrey, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for taking the time to join us today.
That's a pleasure.
It went very well this morning, didn't it?
Yes, I think it went pretty well.
Now, you're well known for your dramatizations of academic-themed work. Tell us how you approach that.
Sure, yeah. So I typically start by diving into as much research as I can find. So any information on the topic, and then I go through different doors, go down different alleys, wherever that may lead me, and seek out the dynamic tensions or questions relevant to the research.
So how did you go about today's dramatization?
So I read everything I could get my hands on regarding engineering education and the history of engineering education, and then began writing some scripts based upon what might have stood out to me or different dynamic tensions. Brought that into rehearsal. I would have the actors try it, and we basically look for anything that might have a vibrancy to it, something that engages some sort of living question.
Now, everybody here, is devoted to engineering education. Mm-hmm. It's what they do. It's vitally important to them. But for some people, they might think it's a slightly dry subject to be able to dramatize. So, what were some of the challenges you might have faced?
Right. Well, first, I have to admit, I was one of those people who thought it was dry, and then I started reading.
Okay.
And with complete sincerity, I remain now a fan and very excited about the amount of information that's out there. So staging history alone is pretty dry, right? Dates or exposition.
Sure.
What theater does really well is theater dramatizes story, conflict, tensions. And so what I found is there are a lot of living dynamic tensions or questions very much alive today. How do you prepare a student for such a complicated profession that requires so much scientific know-how, but also how do you instill some kind of philosophical understanding of their responsibility in what they create and the implications of what they create, because it may last for quite a long time, or at worst case scenario, like a bridge, it may not last. So to really think through the science, the philosophy, it's an incredibly engaging, exciting topic.
Well, thank you very much for joining us and for the presentation this morning. I know everybody found it very valuable, so thank you.
Thank you. Pleasure.